Hello there, welcome back. Hey, today I'm going to talk about goal setting and business, how it relates. Now, before you go, oh, goal setting, rah, I'm going to connect goal setting with business and relate it to goal setting as an athlete thinks about goal setting. That's something I think we can all relate to, so hang in there. I think you're gonna like it. All right, now if you are a business owner or you are a solopreneur, you've probably heard lots of things about goal setting, planning, making resolutions, maybe those kinds of things. And maybe it resonates with you, maybe not. I'm talking to the people who like goal setting, they want to do it, but maybe you find yourself falling off the wagon a little bit. And this can relate to personal things as well. So you can feel free to relate it to whatever it is you are wanting to relate it to. Now, regarding business goal setting, I'm going to use myself as an example, and I'm also going to use the example of an athlete setting goals and how we can reframe our thinking. So business goal setting, like New Year's resolutions, for me, it's super fun and it's super motivating. I love setting some challenging and a little bit uncomfortable goals regarding business and business growth. Now, I'm really excited to do this. I share it with a colleague of mine, and she's excited as well. And we are gung-ho, full of vim and vigor when we first start out. Like many people, life kind of happens. And right now it's significant because this is the end of the first quarter. So any goals that we set already, it's kind of like the rubber meets the road, right? It's kind of hard right now, and things, life, tend to smack us around and get us off track for our goals. Right now is significant for two reasons. First reason is that it's the end of quarter one. Believe it or not, we are a quarter of the way through this new year. That's fast. And man, it can slip by in an instant if we are not continually breaking down our long-term goals into monthly, weekly, and daily actions. The second reason why it's really significant right now is that it's almost a year, it's just about a year into the pandemic where people had to do some major shifting and businesses closed down, people started to work from home, things started to look a lot different in many different ways. So right now, honestly, is a prime time to take a look at some things and take a look back and a look forward. Now, I promised you I would relate this to athletic goal setting performance. And because we're in lockdown, oh gosh, I use my husband a lot as this, as this analogy. He told me something and it just made such a click in my brain regarding business goal setting. Gyms are closed, things like that. We both had a hard time getting back into working out right away during the pandemic. I found something online and we started working out together at home, and it was great, and we've continued that. But for Jeff, he wants to do some triathlons, so that's running, biking, and swimming. Kind of difficult to do that at the moment. I did find that in the fall, we both sort of waned. We were like, oh, we had our initial let's do this and let's make the most use of this workout time during the pandemic. And then honestly, fall came and we kind of went, oh, wah, wah. The weather turned, you can't be outside as much, or you can, but it's raining, that kind of thing. He said something to me because he's always been really self-motivated. And the guy's done 2 Ironmans. That's a big deal. And I've always marveled at how he can make himself get up and go ride 100 miles by himself just to train. I'd rather go hiking. It just sounds like poke me in the leg or something. But he does it, and he's really motivated to do it. He told me that his motivation in great part comes from when he signs up for something. He'll sign up for a Spartan. He'll sign up for a half Ironman, or he'll sign up for a half marathon or a race. And those things are what motivate him back in November. Those things that are happening in June, July, August, September, those are the things that motivate him in December, January, February to get off his butt, basically, and start working out, and working out hard. When he said this, it was like a light bulb came off in my head. And I realized our business goal setting, a piece of the puzzle is very much the same. Are we setting those events, like our own Ironman or our own Spartan race or our own half marathon? Are we setting those things out in the future? Because much like an athlete sets theirs, when we set those goals, we have something that is it's an event. It's a tangible thing. It's oh my gosh, I gotta have this done by then. Set yourself a date, put it on the calendar, much like an athlete will sign up for those races. Put that date on the calendar. If you really want to up the ante, literally go somewhere. Block out 3 or 4 hours on your calendar and say, well, this is the time I'm going to go on a hike somewhere and take your stuff and plan out in the woods, or go on a retreat somewhere and make it a nice weekend away for yourself, or an overnight, or do a house swap, something. Or have an accountability partner, a coach, or somebody who's a colleague of yours, where you actually meet and you set a date with them to go over your goals. That one simple step is how we can help think more like an athlete by setting those dates for our business meetings, if you will. If you're a small business owner or a solopreneur, it's kind of hard to do it on your own. But we don't have to. Let's create an event. Now is the perfect time to create that event because it's the end of Q1 and it's a year into COVID. If we want to move forward with our business goals, much like an athlete moves forward with their physical goals, we need to set ourselves an event. We need to sign up for the event or create ourselves an event. So sign up for your accountability event with me if you want to, with a partner, somebody that is going to help hold you accountable and be excited. And it gives you a little bit of anxiety because you have to be ready. Now, I wouldn't leave you just hanging. I will put a tool in the comments below. I will link to a blog post that talks about this in a little bit more detail. And I will put a link so that you can download a guide that helps you. It's just a simple structure. It's a framework. When we did the Ironman, when my husband did the Ironman, it's a we, I can say that. When he did the Ironman and I was the support for it, I went and I downloaded a guide because he didn't have to reinvent the wheel, right? If the Ironman was in June, then we just planned backwards and we started the training November 11th. That's actually how it worked with him. So I'm going to put a guide in the notes below that helps give you a framework for doing some reflection and some forward planning. I'm going to be using it this weekend. I hope that you use it as well and you find that it's super helpful. If you do find it super helpful, I would love to hear about it because that motivates me greatly. Thank you for watching. Start thinking of our businesses maybe if you want like an athletic performance. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, share. Appreciate you very much.